and welcome to this broadcast of Round 5 of the GT3 Touring Car Cup Season 4. This is the 3 hours of Fern Bay. So, here's our starting grid for today. In first place is number 43, Vortex. Second place is number 29 of Exciting Bus Tours by Core. Third place is Team Buyers 3. Fourth place is Team Buyers 4. Fifth place is Dyson Wonder Bombs. Sixth place is Stig Breeding Program. Then Last Stop Motorsports 5. Team Buyers 1. Team Rock Racing, which will be actually starting at the end of the grid. Mafia Racing. Fast and Crazy Team. Team Buyers E-Nostalgy. Genuine Racing number 1. Last Stop Motorsports number 2.
Okay, continuing. We've got number 27, Savage Sim Sports. After that, we've got Last Lap Motorsports number 3. We've got the normal Last Lap Motorsports. Infinity Esports. I'm reading that in all wrong direction, as I can see. After that, we've got Merida Racing Team. Dynamics Racing. World Class Lions number 2. Another Last Lap Motorsports number 4. We've got Genuine Racing number 2. Stick Breeding Program. And Savage Sim Sport World Class Lions. And on the pit lane, we've got number 53 and number 60 with a 5-pit grid penalty. Number 53, grid BR, I think it is starting from the last position.
Okay, and our season standings for, well, as of this far, Vortex in a lead with 198 points, with Team Buyers with just 158 points in second, followed by Team Buyers number 03 in third with 156. Then Stig Breeding Program 2 with 152. Savage Sim Sports with 151. Dyson Wonder Bombs with 135. Last Lap Motorsports 4 with 126. Number 29 Exciting Bus Tours by Core with 120. Last Lap Motorsports number 2 with 120. Number 40 Stig Breeding Program with 119. Core Racing with 117. Team Buyers E-Nostalgy with 115. World Class Lines 2, 108. Last Lap Motorsports LTU, 108. R-Force 295. 94 Grid BR. Team Buyers 4 with 79. Merida Racing Team with 78. Core Racing with 75. Fast and Crazy with 71. Number 01 Genuine Racing with 71, followed by Last Stop Motorsports is number 45 with 70 points, and then again Last Stop Motorsports number 02 with 68 points. Mafia Racing 2 is in 24th with 68 points as well. Number 48 Grid BR 67 points in 25th position, and in 26th place is number 14 Team Buyers 2 with 64 points. There are a few other cars in this, about 20 cars more. But we think that the top 26 is enough to give you a good feel of who's going to be in this race. And we have a little bit of a word from our sponsors here, NRT Servers. NRT Game Servers, hosted in America. Just starting off with some LFS stuff, and they have locations in Buffalo, New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, and in select EU locations coming soon. 24/7 live support via TeamSpeak 3. And now we'll get you to the start of this race.
Hey, everyone is ready up. It's green flag. They're Team Buyers with a good start. They are actually right on the bumper of the number 1 and 2. Vortex having the inside there. 29 comes first out of first turn.
We're receiving word of a little bit of contact into turn 1 between the 18 car and the 36 car, as well as the 15.
Well, for the rest, by the looks of it, it looks like everyone is clean as the pace car time is out.
James Peace just creating an overtake on Dyson Wonder Bombs.
Between Casper Conto, Team Rock Racing and the 46 car of World Class Lions, I believe that is.
what happened? I can't see any damage or anything. So.
Now they basically Contio spun around the other car, so. And a big battle between Pete's gonna damage.
54 upside down. It's Christoph.
And we did have a nice pass by Jonas Koskinen.
Well, there's gonna be a safety car again.
And yeah, we should have a safety car.
The last chicane. So I think he just went a little bit too hard over the curbs, which is a shame this early in the race.
So they're out of it, folks.
Yeah, they are out of it.
They do have, I believe, another car in the series. But it's not here today because one of their drivers was suspended for this round. So that was their effort for today, and it's over.
Wow, that went by very fast.
And we don't seem to be having a pace car. Oh, yes, we do now.
Yeah, because all the pace car timed out.
But after that, it's the 29 in first place, and followed by Jonas Koskinen, and then Elton John.
What is happened with...
Seems like Jesse Tekela received a drive-through penalty when he was hit by the safety car.
Okay, that's a bit unusual. But it's Winkler up in front.
And now we're gonna see if we can get a little bit of a rear camera from the pace car here, so see if this works. And it does.
It works. It does. Unbelievable. Magic.
And we could get rid of that now as practice on the top right of the screen on the stream.
Yeah,
Considering it is now race time.
noticed that. So here we are on the pace car.
You know what, we're going to switch our attention to a car that is flipped over. Still there. I don't know, it seems like they've removed him.
Yeah, they removed it. Looks like
right now
our green this time.
Right now our last place car is in fact World Class Lions number 46 car. As you can see, he just ran off under yellow flag. And it looks like they'll be going green next time by, rather than this time.
Oh, then there was a bit of a big gap between pace car 29 car.
The pits are open this time, but obviously there's going to be no takers except for damage reasons. So yeah, we will be going green this time by. So let's get you a nice camera here. So for this restart, it'll be the 29 out in front, followed by the 43, the 19, the 33, the 03, the 08, the 01, the 45, the 24, and the 47. Actually, I think we were mistaken. I think when they said green next time by, they meant that they have one more lap of safety car. I could be mistaken, but they did not give the restart sign on the race control messages.
Oh.
So pace car will be off this time. And grid is about to form up. So there's the view from the pace car as it pulls off. We'll go to Kisty Winkler right now.
A crash in the back of the safety car line as two cars hit each other.
But we're gonna focus on
It's
the
green
battle
flag
up front
right now.
as Kisty Winkler
Koskin
blocks
is
the...
right on the tail of Winkler. He's gonna try to make a move on the outside. I don't know if that's gonna work out, but he brakes very late and it doesn't work.
But Winkler will manage to control the lead in his FXR as he goes into the first chicane. Elton Chong right on the bumper of the 43 car, nudging him as they go around that left-hander.
Yeah.
Winkler controlling the lead here with a pretty good gap as his all-wheel drive FXR pulls away from Koskinen's FZR.
Oh, battle in the back between three LLM drivers. Nathan Lamotte, Sakalas and the Mac are battling each other while the Mac goes on two wheels.
And actually, there's all four LLM cars in that line right there. In, like 13th, 12th, 11th, and 10th.
Oh, the Mac sliding, going wide with Nathan on the inside of Sakalas. Looks like Sakalas is overtaking the Mac on the inside there. Very nice move. Meanwhile, in the front, James Peace overtook Chang. So that means the environmental Koskin goes off. He is with all four wheels on the grass when James Peace overtook him. And now
contact with Morvai. And nice save by all drivers to keep that from being ugly with LFS's laggy netcode at times.
Yeah.
And 08 getting into the back of the 33 there, but looks like no...
Koskin has a bit of damage on the left side.
Yes, he does, but it's not going to be anything significant as the race goes on. I'm sure others will have more. Good battle at the back of this pack between Zlatev and Perez. Stig breeding program fast and crazy as they go into the first corner here. Perez is able to hang on. Now we're going to watch Woodjuson, whatever his freaking name is, from Infinity Esports here as he goes around the other Stig breeding program car to take over for what I believe is 16th place. And now we'll watch a little bit of a battle from second, third, and fourth position where James Peace is involved. Not much of a battle, but as you can see, the cars are clearly spread out, and we have a spinner in the back. Oh, we have a car flipped over. It is, in fact,
Again?
UCL.
Yeah, Katila managed to flip over there. He joined
And
the
he's
spectators.
spectated, so that's going to be a 5-point penalty levied against them,
Yeah,
I believe.
because this is run in hardcore mode, I think.
Now we're going to watch the battle between Catilla, the other WCL car, and Jesse Tekala from Dynamics Racing as they go into turn one side by side. Tekala in the slower XRR down the inside, making the inside pass work.
And meanwhile, we didn't know this, but Nathan Lamotte had probably a bit of a contact or whatever with one of the other LLM cars, since he fell back all the way behind the 59, which is third to last. Don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I'm getting reports that the stream is freezing for some users. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but we have it at the lowest quality that we can offer. And where it's working fine for most people, so our apologies if it's not working for you guys. Now we're on board with Team Byers' number 33 FZR, just trying to make up the gap here on the 0-1 of Genuine Racing, last season's champions, followed closely by Dyson Wonderbaum, Sanri Taskinen, all FZRs. Haskinen looks to the inside but unable to overtake Morvai. Now we're going to shift our attention back to the leader, Winkler of Core's Excite Racing.
That's actually a big gap. That's not something James Peace is gonna just drive through. Might be a different type of strategy, since an FXR and a XR have totally different tire wear. Might see some difference there.
Now we're watching from Winkler's in-car cam, and just give you a lap to see what these guys see as they rip around this Burnbay Gold racetrack.
That's the apex there. It's actually what two is over the cross.
Now we watch the battle between Lamath Katila and Hudozuki.
And they're all
Definitely
very
butchered that
close
name.
to each other, so
See Lamath looking down Katila's inside here as they go into the first turn. Lamath's got the run on the inside and he's got the line. Let's see if he can make his XRR pass for 17th position. A little bit of a tail hop on the 31 car there, but he's by Katila.
it didn't really look like Katila was really planning it very hard. Still early in the race, there are 2 hours 42 minutes left, so
Feels relatively close together. There's no huge gaps, just some minor ones. Haven't really been any huge issues for drivers. There's one driver off the pace or off the field, and that's Infinity Esports Bastian Wojciak, and but he's not that far off, and everything here is recoverable, or get another faster driver in the car, and everybody can change that.
yeah, definitely in the GT3. James Peace just put down the fastest lap time of the race, which he had almost every lap now. 118.4. Oh! Katila is going off into the wall. He doesn't have a lot of damage from that, but still he lost a lot of spots. He's almost at the back of the grid.
Now we'll watch the battle between Sakalas and Tekla as they battle on the bridge.
At the same time, there's a battle between Stick Breeding Program 41 and the 24. There's some battling going on there.
Burnett leads Sakalas into the last sector. Ahead of him is Taskinen. 4-car battle for what looks like just, give or take a couple positions to around 10th here. 9th to 12th it looks like is battling here, and this is pretty close.
Takala looking on the inside. Sakalas now looking inside of the 15 car. 16, it's 3 wide. They are going 3 wide into turn 1.
We're 3 wide on the turn 1, but Sakalas backing out. Probably the smart move there with Tekla clearly ran wide. They're not going to be able to do anything to this chicane, but they are 2 wide, which is
they are going 2 wide through the chicane. How did that not go wrong?
Burnett decides to give way to his teammate there and, just let him go. No point in running both their races, I guess, when they're both pretty far up in the standings, halfway.
Yeah, that was a very close call, because he can't go 2 wide through the turn. Trust me, it doesn't work. Oh, and Takala now moving up. Overtake on the inside on the 08 of Taskanen.
And now Sakalas also looking. He's not yet close enough, but he's getting there.
Yeah, it does look like Taskanen has some sort of problem, because he is very low compared to the others right now.
A little bit of a lag spike from Taskinen there, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh, here we go, into the slipstream goes Sakalas. Oh, he's just too far away.
Yeah, but Burnett and Demick having a little bit of a battle here. Not quite close enough, but a little closer than the one ahead of them, I think.
Oh, Burnett made a
slips,
small mistake. A little bit of contact there, but the map over 2. And that means the 15 is falling back a little. Meanwhile, James Peace is closing in on a 29 of Winkler. That is gonna end up in a battle, because Peace is pretty close. Last chicane. Is Peace close enough for a draft? It doesn't look like it. Oh yes.
And looks like the 41 car of Huchki has just overtaken Burnett as well. Looks like he's a little overheated with his tires there. So he's, looks like he's going to conservation mode. Maybe a little bit of mistakes trying to, get his race car, off the heat cycle here.
By the looks of it, James Peace tires are definitely better than Winkler's tires.
Oh, and James Peace getting really close there. We're going to tune into that battle there. And here it is between Peace and Winkler. An inch when Matt timed out. Okay, interesting, because I didn't. Tia also having a very high ping. I'm wondering if there's something wrong with... No, okay, he's back down, so... I don't know if there's something wrong with the server, but... I didn't lose internet, so...
By the looks of it, there's nothing wrong, because...
That is
the
just a
usual
kiss.
drives have high ping, so...
But as you can see, Callie, Winkler, and James Peace here up front battling. Or trying, I guess James is trying to battle him, but Winkler keeping a pretty good lead here as they go into lap 16. We are just 23 minutes into this race here. Plenty of time for action to happen.
James Peace having a run on Winkler.
He's in the slipstream, he's on the outside. Oh, he fakes him, goes to the out. I'm not really sure if that was the right move, but Peace there. He had the outside line. He tried to go inside thinking Winkler was going to pull a block, but smart move by James Peace there if it worked, but Winkler realizing what he was going to do, and he stayed the middle line, which pretty much worked out better for him.
Yeah.
As you see Peace getting closer as they come into the last two corners here. They are followed, in fact, by their teammate Elton Chong. And then Vortex's car, which is well out of reach in the championship, looking probably to... And we have word that Burnett is causing a yellow. He is spun. He's spun in the sweeping corners.
That's not really a place where you want to spin.
Yeah, it looks like he caused the he either touched the inside or the outer grasp, and as you can see, he's cooked those rear tires, and even the clutch is a little knackered now. So he's either gonna have to really cool those down, or pit and change them. But it looks like he's gonna have to pit. That thing is toasty. It's a shame because he was holding a pretty good, one misfortunate event.
Looking up on the inside of Winkler, but he is not doing it.
We'll get you back to this battle here. We'll watch in-car from James Peace as he tries to get by Callie Winkler here for Core Excite Racing.
I don't think James Peace is gonna have much trouble with his teammate behind him.
And I'm not sure what Peace is doing, but he's tapping the brake in the straightaways. I don't know if he's trying to stay out of the slipstream as they go into the... And Burnett is around again, but it looks like he was trying to stay off the slipstream so he doesn't get understeer and run wide.
Oh. Rear tires are hotter than his front tires, so I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like he needs to lower that rear anti-roll bar quite a bit. He's a mouse driver, so maybe just a, miscalibration or something causing him to go haywire. I mean, they are on R2 rear tires, so I don't know what is going on with that car.
Now Chong is up the rear of Peace.
So we're gonna go back. It looks like most of the FZRs are running R2 rear tires. Actually, I'm not really sure what's wrong with Burnett's car, but yeah, he's taking it to the pit area.
I think he just overheated his rear tires and just handle it anymore. But at a certain point, you just can't control it, and it will just get hotter and hotter because you drift every turn then.
Lamoth looking by Dorelli here on the outside. Dorelli spins himself. That is interesting because Lamoth had the line there.
And Nathan was on the outside. And while Peace is really on the bumper of Winkler right now through this fast turns. Well, he's gonna look on the inside on the straight. That's gonna be the question. Also, Koskinen is coming to this battling group.
So we're still watching Lamont. My apologies, I meant to change that. Let's watch this lead group here.
Because Koskinen is really closing in, which means it's gonna turn out into a four-way battle, but I don't really think so. Oh, because of the spin, Nathan was again behind the 59, and 59 goes off the track. Comes back on safely. So no problem there. A speed gun overtakes Burnett. Burnett is... That is getting lapped already.
Yeah, he came down and took fresh tires, which might have been a smart move. I think he's actually... Yeah, he's only a lap down. I mean, he'll probably be able to stay out when, you know, everybody else pits, and if there's a caution flag, you know, he could be right back in this. You never know. But, yeah, it's a tough break for them, but they don't have to worry about tires, at least, I guess, now.
Yeah. Change pace again, driving the fastest lap. For some reason, Peace doesn't have a run on the straights. Now Koskin is really close to this group and he's for sure gonna attack.
I think that Peace is actually playing it conservative into the corners. He doesn't want to get his tires overheated in the front, especially because then he won't be able to turn. So if he gets that draft, look, you see him trying to stay out of it here.
Yeah.
And you see, he had to go completely off the throttle, and now he's off because there's so much understeer there from the. And as you see, Chong and Koskinen will just you're just gonna eat him alive here.
Oh, he defends for Koskin. There's contact, and Koskin takes the position.
And there's no damage there, just a little bit of a rub. But as you see, Peace lost 2 positions because he got too close to the car in front of him. The FXR has a huge advantage here because it can hold itself in the turns faster than the other cars ahead of him. So once those cars get close to him in the turn, they're going to get understeer from the draft, and all he's got to do is run his own line in the straightaways and hope that they don't get a huge slingshot on him.
Yes.
As you see, Peace has got the run on Koskinen here. And that's Koskinen's one block maneuver there. He's not allowed to do another one. And as you see, Peace is
on the outside.
And you know, Peace is playing it smart there. Koskinen has overcooked his tires, and Peace is now back on the inside. Well, now the outside for this chicane. And rather than spin himself out, Peace has decided to back out and rather come down the inside.
That's something you need to know, that chicane. If you are on the outside going into the chicane, you have to back off. Otherwise, you will crash with each other. Just too small and too fast to go too wide there. Oh, 53 and 41 battling for the 10th position.
James again on the break in the straightaway. I'm not really sure why. Maybe he wants to stay in the slipstream. And Jonas just overcooked his front tire. That thing is locking up. You can really see this battle is pretty intense. But James is definitely playing the smarter role here. Let Jonas ruin his tires. Let him, blow something out later on, because his right front is just cooked. It's flat spotted. While James, he's got a slightly overheated right rear. It's really nothing to be worried about. Almost all the FCRs and XRs are like that.
Yes, and in the end of the race, there you will see the difference, because the one with the overcooked tires, his tire will go down way faster than the one with the good tires. But they will also keep the grip better. So in the end, you will see difference in time, and maybe in when they are going to make their pit stops.
And we're going to have Sean Williams joining us in the commentary box shortly. Actually, Sean Liddon now.
It seems like Suckless and the Mac found each other again, because they are very close to each other.
We're watching a little bit of a battle here between Taskinen and Burnett.
Yeah,
but Taskinen went by pretty easily. I didn't realize Burnett was a lap down.
Yeah.
So we'll watch Ellis and Demek, I guess, but they're not very close either, so nothing really to watch right now.
No. The only thing that... Ooh. Winkler and Chunk are coming really close. Yeah, it looks like John is driving faster than Winkler at this moment. Winkler sliding a little bit. Also, he doesn't have to run on the straight to actually do a move on Winkler, so...
Chong is making a nice run here after Peace fell off of the lead battle here. And as you see, Koskinen and Peace are well behind that lead group now. And I think probably in Chong's best interest to let Winkler keep pushing until his tires are either cold or overheated, because they're getting quite cold. So they might get a little, the outside of them might get quite hot when there's no internal heat. And there's still 20 minutes left on the stint, so we'll see how Winkler's right front and right rear fare, because they are ice cold. As you can see, Chong almost crossing his bumper there. Remember that the FXR is the fastest car here, and the XR is actually the slowest. The FCR, or no, rather, the FCR and the FXR are just as fast, and the XR is slower. So the fact that Chong is able to maintain this pace behind Winkler is pretty impressive.
Asian power, that's all you need to know.
Will Chong get the run on Winkler this time? It doesn't seem like it.
And Demek is chasing down Terhez, and he's getting a little closer, but not close enough to strike yet. But as you can see, after that first turn right there, he is right in his slipstream. Let's see if we can get him after this chicane right here. And still in a slipstream, but it looks like Terhez got a little bit of a run there with the understeer that was presented to Demek. But I don't know, maybe he can do something to the sector, or is the understeer going to affect him? He looks like he's far enough back that he could probably maintain a decent speed. And yeah, he had to come out of the throttle a bit, and yeah, that cost him a lot of time, but he didn't run off at least. And now moving back, we have a little bit of a battle between Dorelli and Katila here, followed by Zlatev.
But that battle is going on for quite a long time right now.
Back up front, we've got a little bit closer action as the back two start to catch back up a bit. And they're right in reach of Elton Chong here, so why don't we grab onto James Peace's in-car view here, or front cam rather, make it a little bit more interesting. So you could really see that battle between and something wrong with Demek's car now. Like he ran off.
Koskinen throws wide. James has got the run.
Indeed, James got the run on Koskinen. That
Watch
seems
the lead.
is bumping him a little bit, just a tiny bit of contact. Koskinen goes wide, the Peace takes the inside. That
The
was
Peace is
big.
by Koskinen now. Now it's the order is Winkler, Chong, Peace, Koskinen, and Pikanen in fifth. And Koskinen clearly not too happy. He's gonna bump him. But Chong is giving a good competition here for Winkler as they go into the. Oh, and he did not get caught out like he did. So that's pretty impressive. So we're gonna go back as we watch Chong and Winkler battle this.
Oh, and Chong hits
sideways.
the back of Winkler and makes an unbelievable slide, but saves it. That was a bit of a dangerous move, because he could have lost it there. It seems like Chong has a bit of hot rear tires, since he's sliding all over the track. Young sliding when they were going too wide through the chicane. That's why you shouldn't go too wide.
Well,
there.
that's put Chong back to 4th place now, and you see Winkler is just
Now
sitting there.
Chong
He's
is back
right.
to 4th place.
I just said that, and anyways, Winkler is sitting up there with a pretty good gap now, as these rear-wheel drive cars are giving each other problems. Not much of a problem to Winkler. His four-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive rather, is keeping him pretty stable in the corners. So you saw when Sean got into the back of him, you know, any other car probably would have sent him a little sideways. He was able to just keep it in there.
Oh,
Chong is, yeah, he's almost on 2 wheels there, but actually making the best of that situation. He probably only lost like a second and a half versus, the 5 he could have made if he didn't catch that right away. And he didn't even overheat the tires.
He just needs to focus, calm down, get on with it.
Our race official is having some major problems right now. I'm not really sure what's wrong because he keeps losing connection. And it's not making any sense because I am doing fine over here. And we've got a little bit of a battle between Katia and Dorelli here. I think this one's been going on for a while now. But, yeah, so that's continuing as it is. And, some problems for some of the LLM cars. As the 45's picked up quite a bit of damage.
Mac and Burnett are at the back of the field right now. And Peace has a run on Winkler. He's going to the outside. Which one? And it seems like Peace leaves Winkler in front of him. Oh, Winkler takes a low line, blocks Peace off. And now they're bumper to bumper. Peace.
This is a good battle. Peace really feathering that throttle and brake, trying to keep it turbocharged, while, he doesn't want to get too close to lose that run he's got right now, because the slipstream, as you see, is a little too close, so he loses a bit, but maybe he'll be able to get it back in the straight. Oh, here's Koskinen.
Koskinen is taking the outside of James Peace.
And James not really giving him the line, so they kind of touch, but, yeah, so Koskinen takes second, and Winkler's remaining in first pretty consistently here. And now Peace and Chong are third and fourth. And Morvai is actually the last Fires car. He's actually making an attempt at top 5 here with Buchanan. Minor mistakes.
He's taking a wider line than the other two.
Winkler's tires are deathly cold. I don't think I've seen an FXR with that cold tires at all on this grid.
Well, he's bump drafting Koskin over the straight.
But yeah, they, I don't know if they want to work together to catch him or not, or if they're just trying to fuck each other over.
I don't think so, because they have had a lot of contact with each other this race.
Looks like Peace is trying to make him take a hike up the corner, but I'm not sure.
But even though they are battling, they still can keep up with Winkler pretty easily, actually. Oh, there is Koskinen having a run on Winkler on the outside. That's probably not going to work. Small touch. That small touch that gives the opportunity to Peace, but he doesn't take it. So about 10 minutes or so that we are going to see pit stops. No. So... he's very close to Koskinen. Yeah, he has a run. He has great run. And a bit of a bump there. Bit of contact. Now he's taking the outside here, not leaving each other any room. A tiny error there can cause a crash where both drivers will be off track, so... John, because of that, caught up again. He had problems with tires.
Now, after this pit stop, I think that we'll see some different strategy come into play, because if Winkler pits before these guys, you know, or even like, you know, if they don't pit at the same time and Winkler gets out of the pit slightly later, I don't know if he's going to be able to retake the lead. As you can see, he's really trying to control the lead. He's not trying to help them out at all.
Koskinen doesn't seem so happy since he's flashing his lights and pulling his horn. And Todorov is now connecting to the serve, so that probably means that the 45 is going to do a very early pit stop.
Yeah, the 45 has quite a bit of damage, so, and I think their tires can go 52 laps from what I've heard, so they're alright to take a pit stop now. And yeah, they're repairing damage and changing tires.
Oh, and he's looking down by Koskinen, he has a...
Chong is right on there as well, look at that.
Yeah.
Two virus cars, maybe they can start
battle
together.
It's Chong who looks down the inside. No, he's
officially bump drafting is not allowed. However, you know, if nothing, you know, results of it in a bad nature, usually nothing happens. So I don't think they'll try it, but if it does happen, you know, they gotta pay attention and make sure they don't get a penalty. But Peace is right on Koskinen's bumper, and he's
right
not too happy.
Bumper.
You see, Winkler is very happy. He's just perfectly fine to watch these guys battle, so he can walk away past the car to Kistner, who I think it might be a little bit faster in this combo. I don't remember, but here's Chong. He's probably going to make a move on Peace here. I don't know what Peace is defending against his own teammate. I don't know if that's
even
the
though they are
move.
Teammates, indeed.
Yeah, it was an interesting block from Peace. I wouldn't have done that personally. And Chong catches the grass, and he's going to drop quite far back as Peace pushes forward. And as you see now, the 45 is exiting the pit lane.
Yeah.
After their driver swap.
But what you see, there is just a moment that they are not battling, and Koskinen already caught up to the back of Winkler. Winkler is totally out of pace, but because of his four-wheel drive and everything, I think because of that they just can't overtake him.
It's basically impossible to get a run out of that second to last corner because of the drive Winkler's got.
Yeah, he's got a much easier time getting over those bends without sliding at all. Those FCRs and XROs are running such low downforce in the rear that they can lose the rear end a bit.
Well, Koskinen, Peace and Chong can do different things. One thing is to pit one lap earlier and then to gain much time on the next lap, but I think that's pretty hard. So if they can do a lap more, they actually can gain enough time to pass him by pit stop. Meanwhile, there's a battle going on for 5th between Pitkan and Morvai. Oh, Talcala and Contio having a very nice battle. Talcala on the outside tries to outbrake Contio. Oh, just squeeze in.
And yeah, both XRRs here, so see who's got the better racecraft, I guess, set up.
Yeah, definitely.
Two very capable drivers, that's for sure. And you can see the dynamics temporary skin there. You know, they're mismatched parts.
Yeah.
They're going for the victory here. They don't care how their car looks at the end, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like Tekala was able to sneak by there. And we will go watch. I think we had a yellow flag for something. Or yeah, we just Sakalas and Lamoth just crashed into each other.
Lamoth doesn't have a good day today. He spun off multiple times. Yeah.
There's really no effect. Lamoth, no one got damaged. Lamoth just got into the corner panel as they're going in there, and Sakalas was forced to hit the brakes.
Yeah. And back up in the front, all 4 drivers are with each other. Winkler, Kaskin, Peace, and Chang. Seems like Winkler just can't escape from them without them battling each other.
We'll watch that battle up front. You know, we're gonna watch these 2 middle cars here, or focus on them at least, so we can try to get the whole picture for you guys. This is probably the best racing I've seen all season. 4 cars,
for the win.
4 cars all battling for the lead throughout the entire hour, and all consistently able to catch up. And it's all because that 29 car is basically a pace setter. No one's gonna be able to pass him. Unless he makes a mistake. I don't think Koskinen's going to be able to do it because, look, he's got that grip into the first. He wasn't even pushing it all the way there. He just gave it enough to get by him. But you can see Koskinen's getting anxious, and I'm sure those 2 XRRs are just a little bit better, you know, out with fresh air because of the fact that they're not quite as maneuverable as the other cars.
Indeed, it's also...
You can see James is doing everything in his power to just get to that open air, into the corners and out of the corners. Anything to get downforce to that front of the nose, just so we can get a little bit better of a run.
Oh.
And as you can see, he's got a run on Koskinen.
He's got a run indeed.
Koskinen did a double block, and yeah. So I don't think Peace will be able to do anything because of the block from Koskinen, but...
Yeah, well, he tries the outside again, but... I think
almost gets into the back of him. I have a feeling it's going to get to the point where Peace is not going to lift. He's just going to drive right in there, and if he blocks him, he's going to hit him. Like he's not going to give it to him anymore. Yeah, it's getting near pit stop time. He wants to make him some track position. How he's going to have to do it, or he's going to have to make his tires last a little longer than everybody else. That being said, tire wear, Peace has got a little bit more wear than his teammate Sean. But in first place, that first place car, I wouldn't be too confident with those tires lasting an hour. That right front is cold, and Koskinen looks fine. His rears are a little overheated, but most of those guys in the top 4 are fine. Genuine has got beautiful tires. Team Rock Racing a little thin, and then as we go back, everybody else is pretty much fine. The exception of well, actually no, because they've pitted already. Never mind. But as you can see, it looks like Infinity's not going to make a driver change here. That front 4 is having an incredible battle.
7 joined the server. That means they're going to do a little bit early pit stop.
Koskinen trying to make a move here, but he doesn't have enough speed with that slipstream. And Peace is right on him as well now, and Chong's just sitting back there. Like he's just happy to wait it out at this point.
How long will Winkler hold those 3 fast guys behind him? Because
the thing I'm worried about is Winkler's really got to time his pit stop right, because if he doesn't time it right, they get a lap alone. I have a feeling he's going to come out level with them. But if they get if they got the straightaway and he's got a yield because he's in the blend line, I think he's going to be beaten. As you see, Koskinen driving around the outside.
Around the outside.
James Peace. Yeah, James Peace is just lagging. and it's right near pit stop window, so it might not be too detrimental, but that was 3/4 of a lap right there. So if he loses that...
31 joints.
His ping has gone down, so I think he might be able to get back in this year. Looks like Lamoth is going to be coming in this time by. His tires are awfully cold. No damage to his car, so he should be able to get a pretty quick pit stop. Goodbye Dorelli here, whose car is rather, well, I guess you could say, bent, but it doesn't look like any suspension damage to that machine. Same story for the rest of the field, which is surprising for Mbaye. Now, world-class Lions into the pit lane. Their clutch is red hot.
James into the pit lane. It looks like his computer froze up. His damage is pretty ruthless.
Yeah, I don't see James in the pit lane. He's still lagging.
Alcantara has a flat tire, so he's gonna pit in right now. We already had the driver join the server.
That was awfully convenient. He actually lost his right front, which is unusual because that's not the one that gets most of the load, but he must have been flat spotting it like Koskinen was earlier on. And Pieces into the pit lane, so he needs to really get somebody in that car right now before. And it doesn't look like, yeah, it looks like Maddie's just joined to take over.
He's lagging again.
Tiger in the house.
And Dinex is probably going to get a drive-through if they rename in the server, so I hope they disconnect here and do their renaming later. Actually, it looks like Dinex is actually out of fuel right now.
Yeah. They are driving slow on the track. Don't think they have any teammates to push them to the...
I don't think Jesse knows that if you put it in neutral it's faster. I think you should warn.
And Burnett has hit the wall. And we're getting a yellow flag notification.
Stuff going on right
But it
now.
looks like, yeah, this is an interesting race. Jesse Tekla is completely out of fuel. It doesn't seem like he knows how to save his fuel either.
Oh, and he is not going back to pit like this because...
I don't know what they're gonna do because he's right in the middle of a turn where it's almost completely blind, almost, I want to say, because there's a wall.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh,
He's sitting on the racing line. This is not smart.
Oh my god!
That was
gotta be a
Massive
penalty.
press of 36.
Yeah, I don't see how
head-on
that's allowed. That he should have been on the grass there.
Yeah, he should have been gone.
Yeah, and they're gonna
oh,
call
and
the safety
another
car.
contact.
And I think that's okay.
That's
That
gonna
was
be a big penalty.
that was
Took out
not
3
60's fault.
cars.
He could not move. 59 really should have used their brakes there.
No, that was 60's fault. He should.
No, the yellow
should've been
flag
off the
was
racing
on.
He
line.
should have been off the racing line. He should have been on the grass there.
Yeah. Okay.
But still, everyone avoiding it. It's
Problem
just...
is that car 59 actually did not use his brakes to avoid the yellow flag, and he had a yellow flag message on his screen already. So.
that was his part of the fault, but also 60 had to be off the racing line. Definitely if he knew he was out of fuel. And he knew because it was a long time. But this is also the time where everyone is making his pit stop.
So is this the debut for Dynamics Racing?
This is in fact the debut for Dynamics Racing, and what a
Don't
break
put
for
those
them, I
out.
guess.
Wow,
Oh my
man.
god.
That is the worst
Just in
safety
front
car.
of 19. No! Who is it? Is it a 9?
I don't. Who was that got hit?
No, that was Matt's fault. Matt rammed him instead of pushing him, and he
And
sent him
Nathan just
sideways.
Nathan got spun under caution by Virus.
Well,
Dumped
we
him for
have
no reason,
a
really.
different question. Who was earlier out of the pits? Was it the 19 or was it Winkler again
Okay,
in 29?
Yeah, let's
Because
red
they
flag
were
this.
side by side.
And Nathan's quitting because yeah, he's not happy. Oh, actually, no, Nathan was not driving. Tuomo was.
Yeah. Oh wait, Tuomo was
Oh,
one.
what is your brother doing? Seriously?
So everyone closing up again.
Wow, your brother has no clue. I'm sorry, Ray.
Yeah, it seems like the admin ship right now it could be a little bit better, but yeah, I don't know.
I think Matt has problems with his internet. Well,
Yeah, Matt has been having problems with his internet. He's been timing out, so I think he's finally got it working, and his wheel must have been messed up or something because he's not doing anything right.
Finally, yes, he gets in the pits.
Well, to be fair, he caused that whole thing himself by running into cars.
Recovery car could have been better, but back to the race. What are the positions on track?
So everyone is lined up right now
If you
again.
go a lap down on this, you're quite lucky, because right here is a huge break for you. And I'm not really sure why 54 is here.
Yeah, he's kicked from the server. I don't know
Yeah,
why
he wasn't.
joined.
He was already out of the race.
Yeah, he was upside down in about 4 minutes into the race.
Wait, what? I don't see what 60 is serving a stop and go for.
Well, I think because of the two chat lines. But
Which
I
were?
Yeah, I don't see them.
I didn't see them. I just saw the driver join. Maybe he renamed himself.
Oh, wait. No, that was a different car.
Well, at the very least, Jesse's getting a penalty for chat, so those end up being racing incidents. I think it's pretty fair. R53 almost wrecked another car as he didn't even slow down for... I don't know what he's doing. We're gonna go around another time on yellow here because... Yeah, and 53's in the pit lane, so I don't know what's going on.
I have no idea either.
Ringy's into pit lane as well. Probably looking to repair all that damage he picked up from being absolutely stupid under that
60 car.
stuff right there. Yeah, 60's also in. Finally getting their pit stop done. They didn't want to lose laps, they just took fuel, it looked like. Or I should say another lap since they've already lost quite a few, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in last.
Indeed. They're dead last. Winkler obviously warming his tires.
I believe tire warming will cease in this last sector here as they're gonna get ready to go green.
Yeah. So will a 90 car directly attack Winkler on the restart so he can pass him and leave him in the dust maybe? Or is it gonna be the same as last time? He's gonna stay behind him and have the disadvantage. Well, oh right, that was Matt. They're lining up. I suspect Winkler to go early. Yes. No, he doesn't. Yes. Winkler goes early. It's green flag. And behind him it's Jusela attacking the 19 car. He's trying the outside. And behind him also a battle going on. Jusela on the outside. Can he keep it there? Yes, he can. Now the 19 car backs off. As Katila, the 47, is actually a lap down. Okay.
And Leithamaki, you're gonna have to service drive through now. Not really sure why he came in and took that pit stop because that was dumb. He just took an extra stop and go penalty.
Well, I think he didn't have his. He has to surface stop and go on the green flag.
Well, their race is clearly over anyway.
Yeah. But at last he's 1 or 2 laps behind, so there must be a miracle for him to get up in front. Maybe in oval racing it's possible, but on road racing it just simply is hard.
Yeah, the car James is driving and lost out massively. He's back down in 10th place now. He's gained 2 places.
I don't think that's that's really not much of a loss here, considering, you know, he's on the lead lap. There's cars that, you know, got involved in that wreck. They were on the lead lap, and now they're a lap down because people were, you know, being morons sitting on the track. So.
Oh, Taro overtaking Botev, but Botev is also a lap behind. 41 has problems.
Oh, there's going to be a safety car.
So somebody's off
Someone
first.
just
Oh,
died.
it's Fontana.
Yeah,
Oh, his right rear is gone.
we
He
are.
is going to the pits. He is.
Yakamaki just got another stop and go penalty.
Yeah, I think they have. What? Pit stop was too short. He didn't fulfill the full 10 seconds of the stop and go penalty, so he got another one. That's unbelievable.
Now we're watching a little bit of a battle here between Hoxa and Tegel.
Well, actually, a whole row of cars there battling.
Yeah, it's pretty close. A Lago of Infinity is a lap down, and it looks like 24 car is going to have to come down the pit lane this time with a blown damper. They have no chance of really staying out with that. You know, that's pretty
And
substantial
Botev
damage.
is being in the way of all the drivers there. Since
Yeah,
he is
Botev
a
holding,
down.
he's holding them up, but there's really nowhere to go when you go into that chicane there. He did a really nice job of avoiding all that.
Yeah, but
And
over
Lago
here,
is
he
right
could have
on him.
pulled over
That is
all four
unbelievable.
laps.
Lago and Botev for position here, and
Is that
Botev getting a
position?
shove. Yeah, it is for position, in fact, a lap down. Anyways, Botev getting pushed. Now James is getting involved.
Matthias Pikkarainen, not James.
Alright, yeah, rather than Matty Pikkarainen. And Leitemaki finally finishing his stop and go penalty.
That's going to be devastating.
07. Better with Lago. That was easy. Well, up in front, Gisela is catching Winkler again. So, will Winkler again have the advantage in the last 2 turns, so that Gisela can't come on his back? Or will it be different this time?
My apologies for keeping the stream picks there on, wrong people. But here we have Jusela making a move on the outside on Winkler. Jusela is successfully to the lead. Perfect timing. We switched the stream up there, huh?
Yeah, definitely. So, for now, it's the turn to the 19 car to pass Winkler.
Yeah, well, Ilben's able to do what Jonas wasn't able to do.
And maybe that's why they switched drivers.
Well, with the amount of safety cars here, I mean, really, that should not have been a safety car with the Dinex thing. They could have just gone over the hump there in the grass, and they would have been able to save it, but they decided to stop in the middle of the track, so for sure that's going to be a yellow flag.
Yeah. Otherwise, it could have been just as a rescue car who pushed him to the pit stall, but this time he even took someone with him.
Lago challenging Jusela here.
Oh, Igor
We'll take a look at this.
Igor was going off track to overtake
Man,
36.
I take that back.
I think some people are not gonna get with 36.
And, well, Winkler's got some sort of battle going on here as he's trying to defend second position from Maki Homalaika. That's pretty close. Damn Finnish people got crazy names, huh?
Yeah. I think it's pronounced Maki Holmela?
That sounds a lot better than what I said.
Yes. Still, it's a weird name. Whatever.
And Infinity was just off in the first corner. They've got a little bit of damage, nothing significant, but that was about the best action we have.
Oh, look which guys are back battling each other. Oh, wait. Oh, but Todorov is actually unlapping himself on Rallius. And is also faster than Hila.
Yeah, Todorov's got a quick car, but unfortunately they got involved in some stuff, before that caution flag, and that basically put them a lap down. Yeah, Yeah, so, you know, not too much luck for that team right now, especially since they had to take a green flag pit stop while everybody else took a yellow flag one.
And just as you said that there was a battle going on between Terho and Pikkarainen.
Yeah, we'll watch that battle. We got a battle between Pikkarainen and Terho here, I guess.
Terho is losing time on Pikkarainen right now.
As the 19 car is challenging the 29 a little bit.
And someone is wondering who's talking in the background. I have no idea what he's talking about.
I think they're trying to find out who the commentators are, actually.
But the whole field is spread out right now, so there's really not much going on. Well, 36 is someone behind him again who needs that passed. And the 43 got a drive-through.
And yes, I believe this penalty is, I'll tell you right now actually, this penalty is from either speeding in pit lane, or it's from the protest between the 03, the 19, and the 43, where the 43 moved to the middle of the track, his car 19 draws alongside, and the 43 turns into him, forcing him into the wall, giving him damage. Then the next lap, apparently, the 43 again made a contact and lost momentum, and the 03 came up behind them, and as he is in the center of the track, the 43 suddenly swerves to the inside of the track to avoid, and the 03 was forced to avoid him by taking evasive action, only to then be forced into the wall, when the 43 comes back across the track, moving for the third time, making contact with the 03 again, leaving it damaged again. From this point onwards, anytime I was near the 43, says James, he felt the need to swerve multiple times across the track and make repeated contact with me. It got to the point where I basically just left him alone because I was sick of the repeated contact with him. So it sounds like they were actually quite aggravated with each other, and James was actually being the bigger boy for once. But now the 43 has to serve a drive-through for what it seems like they're at. Yeah, it was given by the administrator, so it must have been for that. That's going to cost them quite a lot.
Definitely. Because that will put them back.
Seems like this was all an exaggeration of what we saw on the stream. Guys battling.
Yeah.
And now 19 is drawing closer to that lead spot, because eventually 43 is going to have to serve that drive-through penalty. So the battle is between the 29 and the 19 right now. Quite amazingly, the 29 is still out in front of this race.
Yeah, it's quite unbelievable how hard you can battle that FXR without overheating tires and such.
And back a little farther, we actually have some decent action where James is present with,
And
well,
Jusil is right now in the pits doing his drive-through. He falls back to...
we're gonna watch a little bit of a battle here
Oh wait, that's Patila.
as Pikkarainen tries to make his way up to the 41, and also his teammate Jerry Heiskin in the 33. So 2 Virus there and a big breeding program car, which all these cars are allied, and then there's the lap down last lap motorsports car behind them. Another battle here where Katia is involved. It's the 01, the 43. So we found the 43 car. They're back up in the 4th after that drive-through, so not too much time lost. They'll be able to recover quite easily. As they're in the inside of Pikkarainen or Katia here, looking to get by Pikkanen in a little bit. So that's how that's going. As behind that, the battle we were talking about earlier is still running 33, 41, and then the 03. Nothing's changed there. However, if we look to the lead, you'll notice the 29 is right back up there again, with the 30, or the 19 rather, following decently close.
You see the 03 getting a run on 41?
And here we are, 41 making an inside move on the 33, the 03 sitting there. He's also might join him. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yes, he does.
Yeah, the 03 is to the inside of the
And
33
he's
cleanly,
awesome.
and he might even be able to challenge the 41 here on the exit of the chicane with the slipstream. We shall see. 41 with a mistake. He's off into the grass. Or yeah, 41, not 40. James got the outside, or Maddie's got the outside line. 41 does a little bit of a slide job, making minor contact, and remains out in front. The 03 tagging that curb very gently there to keep his car turned with the lack of downforce, and doing a nice job doing that. He's continuing to follow the 41. 33 has dropped off that group, and these two are just walking away from him for the most part.
Like up in front, we've got 19 again behind Winkler, but I think like normally the Winkler is going faster in this last section, which makes him go faster onto the straight. By the looks of it, 19 is just not close enough, and this is every single lap. So either he has to find a faster way to go through that last sector, or he just has to find a different place. See that Pikkarainen indeed fighting each other. And you see the
Pikkarainen's willing to give the 41 room there. He hits the brake, and I would have went for it personally because he had the inside line, but you know, that's probably why I would have wrecked there. I'm not sure if we have anybody viewing the actual stream because it's not showing viewers. Look, we have 31 viewers, so... Well, I guess I'm gonna welcome myself back then. Thought for a moment we were having an issue there, but I guess we're not, so that's good.
Yes, people don't have any issue.
And I think we have a battle for the lead here.
It's
getting closer, that's for sure, as
yeah.
Winkler is gonna have to start holding him off, and we're gonna go to a rear camera here, so that'll work out.
As you can see, before every straight, Winkler always managed to get a little bit more speed than Maki Homela, and this makes it so the 19 can't overtake 29, because on the corner report you don't want to stay behind behind each other because you will slide off the track. Well, For the guys questioning, the commentators are Ray Kingsbury. We've got Walter Lemons in here, I think.
Yeah, I believe Walter stepped out now, so it's just myself, Remco, and it looks like Sean Williams, or Liddon is here.
Yeah, Sean Liddon.
Yeah, I'm here now and again. I've got some housework to do, like a housework, you know.
So he's playing the woman.
Yes, but I don't take. Yeah, Ovens is a patch belt, I think.
I'm just gonna check how far Giselle is behind Makio Mela, because last sector it was 4.8 seconds. This sector is 4.6, so Giselle is actually
Okay, so now we're going
in.
to check out the battle between the 07 and the 53, which is starting to heat up a little bit. We've got Tegel, Igor, and then they're followed by Huzka, who's a little bit farther behind. But right now that 53 car is definitely starting to get a little bit faster here.
Although taking a very different line from the 53 there. I don't think that was the defending line.
Now we'll grab an onboard camera with Fernando Igor.
Because for some reason the skin isn't loaded on the screen. Well, on my other laptop it is. Low car on sector 2. That is Burnett with
Yeah, Burnett
a lot
has
of damage.
Burnett has just got a double puncture, and we were actually just organizing a takeover of the car, but I don't think he's gonna be able to.
Oh, he's trying to stay
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
not
the way.
sure. Yeah, he's
Very cautious, because two flat rear tires, even at slow speed you lose control. You're really having problems with keeping it straight. Look at that.
Yeah, they might need to
slide.
call a safety car for this. This is not something that you can really mess around with here, especially.
Yeah,
I don't
especially
know.
with other cars driving.
This is
only
where we had
fast
problems last
around
year,
it.
and that was a stationary car. This is a car that can lose control at any second now. I'm not sure what the verdict will be. Hopefully, it's, for the good
Oh,
of
he's
the race.
trying to use the curb to get grip. I don't think
And
from
Fernando
here.
Igor, also with an issue.
Igor.
But right now, it looks like we've got a battle
Between Pika
Right.
Rainen and Katila.
right here between Picker. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's juice.
That wasn't a
left
battle,
by the
he
grid.
was already a lap car.
And Grid BR just took the 31 car off.
Oh, behind 41 and 46. Which is not for position. It looks like there's a gap between Winkler and Maki Homela. That's cooling down a little bit. Looks like everything is spread out. But Todorov
Todorov to the inside of Tegel.
Oh, that
and
is
he
going
locked
wrong.
up.
45 is a lap down.
That is a problem for the 07 now that they're off. He looked like he locked up both his front tires as he tried to get into that corner, which is a little too hot. And that is unfortunate for the 07 that got collected.
Yeah.
Real shame, because they didn't really do anything wrong. It's just one of those things that
and
happens.
it was not even for position. That's
Yeah,
something
it didn't look like Todorov was trying to force the situation. He just caught a little bit of his slipstream and locked up. It looked like, which is, you know, we raced the F08 last week, Remco. You recall going into that quick S turn. You know that happened as well when you got into the draft. They locked up.
Yeah.
So I mean that happens.
It happens indeed.
But yeah, it's a shame somebody else got involved in it.
07, he was pretty got some places with it.
And Dinex has just crashed into the wall by themselves.
Oh, that's a bit unusual.
And something's wrong with Igor as he just rage quitted.
You're right. Oh, he got 2 stop and go penalties. He has his first stop and go pen, but I think he didn't.
I think
the stop and go.
They're both pretty good drivers. I think what happened is he sped in the pit lane and he just didn't. Yeah, he just didn't want to have anything to do with it anymore. As you can see, the 03 is just assigned a drive-through penalty. I'm not sure what for. Must have been for the incident between the 03 and the 31. Yeah, it is.
What I think happened to the 53 is that they got a stop and go penalty for something, I don't know.
Yeah, 53 was given a stop and go for causing an avoidable incident with the 24. And just as that happened, they actually were protested by the 31 as well.
Yeah,
Car 03's been given a drive-through.
They were given a stop and go, but I don't think you have to wait 10 seconds with stop and go. I don't think they waited the full 10 seconds because they immediately gained another stop and go for not waiting too long. Then he rage quitted. At the moment 53 joined, he already was gone, so...
Besides his few issues in this race, Burnett has done quite well. His pace has been decent, and you know, I mean, it's just one of those days in the office which he's having problems.
Tell me about it. With FOX Lite where I was driving second and
now we've got the admin software back, so that should be helpful. We're gonna watch the battle between Botev and Lago for position here.
Yeah. Oh, Botev going wide there. But Lago directly on his tail, he's taking the outside. Does he have enough speed to overtake him on the outside? I think he has, he's already in front of him. So, that's a clean overtake.
Ryan just served his drive-through penalty. He'll come out in 7th position. And 59's extra driver has been kicked from the server.
He can't complete this drive-through, so... Looks like Jusila overtook him.
We're back to the front, and now we're watching Winkler. We'll watch from his rear camera, because we're receiving word that people like that camera.
We'll probably see is that over here the FXR actually drives away from the FCR, from Vortex. That means he just can't get into his slipstream and can't pass over here. Rowley is locking up all his tires. There's Vortex. He has to run. Bit of waving from the Winkler there, but just drives behind him right now. So they continue. Because of all that, Maki Hoimela is again gaining time on the guys in front of him.
Now we're gonna try another camera. You might like this, it's Jusula here. So we're gonna switch to Jusula's front cam. So if we can reload those cameras and get them working, good.
Well, I don't have to reload the cameras for that.
Oh, you don't have to reload them anymore?
Oh!
Good.
Oh, that is close! Definitely close.
You see that cap is like nothing. Going into that left-handed corner there, I'm watching it back on the stream here, and he literally touched his bumper. Holy crap. What a camera that is. That's an awesome angle.
Yes, it is.
Pickerainen's catching up to both of them now, which is...
He's coming.
Oh, and Lago catching up to Tegel here.
That's not for position.
Oh. Maybe we'll get some interesting battles out of it regardless, you know.
Yeah.
That being said, Jusula is catching back up to the leader here, and
It's like that every single lap. He leaves some space, he's coming back, he leaves some space again,
and we're gonna watch in car with Pickerainen here, and you know, give you guys a nice view of how close he is to these two cars in front of him. Look at that move. Jusula trying to stay in the draft of Winkler. Winkler trying everything not to give them that draft, try to stay ahead.
You mean Maki Hoimala, not Pickerainen. Pickerainen.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. I think I might have just put it on the wrong person then on the street. Oh, both of your guys' car skins look the same. Jusula really getting close here.
But it seems like, again, the 29 moves away over here, so...
That last sector is fast for that 29 car. He's got a rocket ship out of that corner.
Definitely. Surprised me that the inside tire on that chicane never actually came on the track and destroyed the car. Happened to me once, but...
Back farther in the pack, Pickerainen and Heiskanen are having a neat little battle, or we're having a neat little battle, so we'll go check that out, you know. It's here. And there's a battle for the lead.
And he has it.
Jusula was able to get by on the outside there.
So
I think it was the outside, actually.
Even with a drive-through, he managed to get back up to the front, and does 29 have a bit of a tire issue there, because on the outside comes the 19 car.
Well, the 19 is by as well, which is interesting, because I did not think that would happen so quickly.
Well, 29 is right on still here. Can he recapture that spot? Because his last sector is good and he is in the slipstream. He's trying to get to the outside.
29 to the outside, 19 on the inside. 19's got the run.
And
19,
there's a
oh!
small touch there.
Contact
and
between
19
the two
is
cars.
going off.
19 forces himself off there. It was his own fault, really.
I think it was because of a bit of contact there.
Yeah, it was. If he was alone, he probably could have gotten on that outside curb, but, you know, in the end, there's not much you can do when you overshoot the entry.
Once you hit the ground,
Well, it
you
wasn't so
are
much an
done.
overshoot, it was more the contact on the left rear quarter panel was just like, he made him a bit loose and he's gone wide.
Yeah, but there's no way Winkler really could avoid that unless he completely slammed the brakes, and really, that ultimately was caused by the 19 overshooting that corner just a little bit.
He could have
It's kind of the
made
same
it
thing we
if-
saw with Todorov.
Yeah, he could have
As you
made
can
it
see.
if Winkler was on the outside, but because he was there, he slid up against him, and
Here's the margin between Jusela and Winkler here. Jusela has come from a drive-through penalty to get back to the front here. This is pretty good driving by him. Got a lap down car in front of him. This might allow for, you know, Winkler to catch back up, but, you know, he's got a pretty big lead now, as you guys can clearly see. And for some reason that's showing the front cam, but you can see, anyways, you can see the lap down car and how close he is to that. And there he goes by him.
at least their sponsors have some credit.
So that's how quickly he passed that FXR right there. That is very nice maneuver. We watched a battle between Jusela and Aurelius, two last lap motorsports cars. Or rather, Jusela and Leighton Maki,
Oh, where did that
and Aurelius is behind
damage
them.
come from? From the 60.
That's not a
Rumble
lateral
is all-
position, Latamaki is a lap down.
Yeah, he is a let down indeed. Also,
We're going to
both
join a
cars
battle for 6th place rather than.
fixed. That is.
I mean, host. Rather, I'm wrong again. 9th place. And there's no battle.
That is not
It seems
for
like we've got a
position.
lot of lap down cars getting involved with the leaders here. Here's
Just
interesting.
take a look at the tracker.
We don't have a tracker.
Oh really?
Yeah, tracker is not working. I tried to set one up, but yeah, less success in the stream. And we've got Botev causing yellow flags in turn 2 and 3. I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe a little lag because he doesn't seem like he spun.
Well, Pitcon obviously is past Maki there. And Winkler has a huge distance between them. So Winkler is trying to get past Fontana. And that part is just impossible. There's just no place to. Behind, Pitkanen and Maki Oimela are battling each other for 3rd position. Yeah, Maki is really up on the bumper of Pitkanen. He has the run, he has a slipstream. Pitkanen is defending the inside, that gives Maki the outside. Then Maki brake late. Oh, and he's almost again on the grass there, very risky. Really staying out of the draft on that part. Really, there's not much.
really started to pull away now, and it looks like Maki Hoimola here, and he just doesn't have the pace that the 01 has. Like that XRR is just a little bit, I don't
in
know.
the beginning of the stint, he really showed he could keep up with the pace, but after his spin, he really went down. He didn't have the quick lap times, he couldn't keep up, he made some mistakes.
Wow, Jusel has absolutely checked out from Winkler. Can't even see him in the camera. Winkler's there. Then Pitkanen's all the way back here. All the way Maki Hoimola. And then there's Stig Breeding Program, another virus car. Another virus car. Dyson Wonderbums. The other Stig Breeding Program car. Team Rock Racing. Last Up Motorsports. Another Last Up Motorsports car. Mafia Racing. World Class Lions. The last Up Motorsports car. Unity Esports. Fast and Crazy. Another Last Up Motorsports car. And then Dinex Racing. As we return to the battle between the 19 and the 01.
Oh yeah, he's again back
19 to the outside.
Again to the outside,
An
yes.
interesting battle here we've got going.
Can he keep it on the outside this time? It looks like not. Then he's right on his bumper. Oh, a tire.
Don't know what he'll be able to do now, but we shall see as they come into those sweeper corners where a downforce usually plays a huge effect. Let's just see how close they are. That is insane.
That's amazing. Really need to have skill to actually handle the understeer because you lose your front aerodynamic. So you will have mass understeer. I don't know how he could handle that because he was really close up on his bumper. Through the fastest corners of the
Yeah, he
circuit.
really used that curve to his
He
advantage.
makes a mistake. He hits
Yeah,
the
that's
drop.
a weird turn to get loose at. That's really odd, and as you can see, the 41 will just take advantage of that.
There's grass on the outside, and you're going really close, and that's contact in the 41 and the 19, because the 41 also is getting up into the back of the 19, so they're all really close right now. Although Pitkanen, of course, ran away from Maki Hoimola, who is falling back a little bit.
Really not many battles going on here. You know, people are really starting to get spread out. This is a long screen flag run. We've had Dalda's into the server now. He'll be taking over for the last stint for the 45 car.
It
He's the
is a
fastest
pretty
driver,
early
but-
takeover then.
Yeah,
Because
but
they're still.
yeah. So, like I said, he'd probably be coming in like 10 minutes then. Yeah,
he left the
that
server.
car. Yeah, it looks like he's just checking out the tires. Jusel having another off. Not going well for them, and that's decently significant damage as there's contact between Jusela and Jusela. Now I'll put you with the leader.
Let's show an onboard lap with him then. There's really not much going on.
Yeah, you might need to refresh the views, not sure.
I don't have to refresh, that might be changed.
Is it in car or is it
In car. So here we go into the slow first turn. It's a fairer turn. If you overshoot that one, you will go off track. And over there, yeah, you've got a chicane going into the fast second sector of this track. Uses the most of your grip, and also you don't want to be close behind someone here. Definitely on this part, because you're very close to the grass here. Some people actually take the grass there as a normal racing line, which is pretty dangerous, but also sometimes faster. So we're after the bridge, a little touch with the wall there, don't know why. But he turns left, it's another 2 left turns over here, very close to the grass there. And now we go into the last sector, where the FXR is better than the other cars. So the FCR actually has a little bit of oversteer there. For the last chicane, you don't want to take those curves too hard, because then you will destroy your right suspension and maybe flip if it's going wrong. But this is a left around Fernway.
Turn back to the battle between the 01 and the 19. There's another battle going on, but this is definitely the most interesting one, you know, at all. Really, you know, as the field has become quite spaced out over a period of a couple hours here.
I don't think they are getting better too hard, because in 4 minutes there will be pit stops, and if you can drive 1 lap longer than the one in front of you, you will gain about a second or 2, and you will be in front of him. In our car, Pitcan has a little trouble with the benchmarker. Oh, does he have to run? I don't think it's a good enough of a run.
7 with puncture in pits.
Oh, the 07 has a puncture.
Yeah, he's now back on track, but he did have a puncture. It was a brief one at that. And as you see, the 31's also, when he had quite a bit of damage, he's got to repair that. Caused from Oh, and we have a contact between the 01 and the 19.
It was a tight bump from the 19. We're coming up to a benchmarker.
I've just come back, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but while third and fourth have been battling, the 03 of Matthias has been able to catch up.
Yeah, I did notice that. But the real story of this race is definitely that Juicel is just absolutely checked out, and the 29's pretty far out ahead too.
Oh, there is contact between the benchmarker.
I'm not really sure what happened there, but it looked like 01 got a little pushy when the 18 was trying to go to the outside to let him by on the inside.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a disaster. I think some people are not going to be happy with that. At least someone.
Really minimal time loss, considering they could have gotten completely crashed.
Well, the 41 is coming back.
It is in the end the lead lap car's responsibility to overtake safely. You know, of course, the lap down car does have to obey the blue flags, but you know, to a certain extent, you can't really barge in there.
It looks like the stick breeding program is making a comeback over here.
I'm just wondering how long Winkler's going to be able to hold on for that second place.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. His tires are cold, but he, he's only got an hour left, hour 2 minutes.
So you can just simply make his pits up
And 47 is off. It says they're exiting the pit, so 47 is on their final driver change.
29 is getting hold of a little bit by 31. Oh, too wide through the sheet. Wow, that was really close. But everything ended up alright, so I don't think it's too big of a problem. Rolia's spinning!
Well, the virus guy took out over a second over Winkler, so.
Well, he's just spinning right in front of his teammate. Why would he do that? How does he just...
that.
I'm not sure why
Just a bit
Tomo
stuck.
came back into the pits, because he was actually just in, so he must have forgotten to take tires.
Well, he at least had trouble with leaving the pits, because Rolia's parked him on the most ridiculous spot right in front of him in the most ridiculous way. So, I think what's going on there.
The 18's back out on the track, and actually the 15's got a relief driver, but they'll have to serve a drive-through penalty for not having a qualifying driver.
And also the name colours. Does that count?
What?
Bernard has not got any colour in his name at all. His number is out. His name
Inbound
Yeah,
drive-through
I don't
penalty
know.
for car 03.
I don't know how it
Revenge
works.
wrecking, apparently. Revenge contact, what if you want to describe it as? Inbound
Okay.
after pits.
The O3 has a penalty for intentional wrecking.
Allegedly. And the 60's having trouble.
Again!
Nope, rather they're just exiting the pits. This yellow flag system for the commentators is not as good as it seems. Yeah, so all these yellow flag notifications we're receiving are from cars exiting the pits. Except for Sakalos, who actually did just have it off.
Gisela is spitting right now, going into the pits, and to his custom-made pit limiter,
Car
as
16
I
drive
can
through
see.
4 chat.
And Tekala will in fact get a drive-through for something.
Telpala.
Oh yeah, they made a chat message there. The 15 will have their final driver take over.
43 is changing with Koskinen. Koskinen falls back to 6th place.
Car 15 drive through 4. Post-race confirmation change.
Race 15 got a drive for post-race nation change, I think.
Well, rather, it's just the qualifying driver is unable to drive, so that's what the penalty is for.
Right. Okay, the 41 already has 2 stops done. Is up in 4th place, but I don't think that's a pit stop which can take him to the last, to the finish line. Definitely not, because the stars are already pretty cool. So 19 is spitting. Car does his drive-through by Delgala.
Winkler has taken over the lead. Oh, Maki Hoimola has drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Now that is a shame because that's
Yeah,
rather
that would...
avoidable.
19 drive-through self-inflicted, speeding in pit lane.
Oh, one is gonna go into this time.
03 right front puncture.
03, a puncture? Oh, that is a disaster. The speed gunner will overtake them. That means they will lose time. The right turn is very hard here. Oh, he is in the pits right now. The one.
As you see, the 19 will come down for their drive. No, they will not come down for his drive penalty.
Ooh.
Baskinen with driver swap. Now Peace are for the 03. That's what I wanted to find. So as you can see, Taskinen's out with Lago just in front of him. That's not for position, but just behind him, James Peace, who has to serve a drive-through penalty.
Well, right now not much happening on the track. Well, Winkler is still up in front, but didn't do his pit stop yet.
Correct. We do have
41.
Maki Homoila down for his pit lane penalty. Drive-through penalty, rather.
Well,
He's back out on the track now. Just
Fourth.
Lago, but he remains in 4th position. As you can see, Taskinen's within reach now. And now James Peace is down for his drive-through penalty.
41 still has to do his pit stop, so might become...
I think the 29 has to do a pit stop as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 29 still has to do a pit stop.
29's tires are ice cold. If they puncture, it's pretty stupid because they could come in right now and just be safe.
Ah,
Same with the 41. I don't understand. 41's got rather good tires, so I don't understand the strategy for the 29. I guess it has something to do with the fact that they're just alone, not battling, and they just want to take advantage of this.
also, he didn't change driver yet. Maybe he's stretching it because maybe there's a driver problem. That can be.
Yeah, that's very possible. Maybe Kisty's not here yet, and you know they just got to drive it as long as possible to make that that window.
We're allowed to drive 75% of the race. Stays out. Don't know how long his tires will last. Driving decent lap times. He's only 600th of a second from his best lap time. And Kistner just joined the serve, so he's gonna come in this lap.
Yeah, so our leader will be taking a pit stop very shortly. It looks like Kisty's finally here, so see how this goes for them if they can maintain.
So here it comes, he's gonna turn right this time. Very late.
Guy down to speed, he's got the pit limiter on, and now the 41 will just rocket by without taking a pit stop yet. And I think they've got pretty good tires. Maybe they're just trying to, you know, extract all the pace they can before they go in and take those tires. They've got no one around them. They just got nice open
59
space. We're seeing
Oh,
where the
someone
car
has a
59 has a
puncture.
puncture. So there's a slow car and the right front puncture, and it's Infinity Esports actually in the last sector. So there's quite a few cars coming up on him, so we got to keep an eye on that. Hopefully no incidents occur from it.
Okay, but the 41 actually already made 2 pit stops, so I think their last pit stop was a little bit later than the other drivers.
I think they made a pit stop under yellow flag actually to repair damage, if I'm not mistaken.
But their
Actually,
drivers
Lago makes it into
awkwardly
pits
wrong.
fine. Yeah. And that's about all that's going on right now.
And there is all the drivers are already spread. Maybe you should call out the debris caution. "41 is turning into pits right now. Let's see how it ends up with Kaskinen. Kaskinen is going to the last couple of turns right now, and he's gonna be in front of 41. And also 29
41
is
exiting
crossing him.
now. So yeah, 41 decent pit stop, should be able to remain in 3rd place. Nice strategy, I guess, for them.
Yeah, definitely. But also, maybe they're taking advantage of the bad luck of the 19, because they had a drive-through because of speeding in pit lane. But that puts Stick Dream Program on the podium. They are contenders for the 2nd place of the championship. So, might change a lot. So, since there's not much happening right now, I'm just driving pretty slow. Now he's got back up to speed again. In crossing 31
I must say, it
bar.
has not been a good day for Last Lap Motorsports, you know. They've just not pulled out with a good finish here. Nathan was driving well. All of our cars doing really well at the start, you know, but it just has not panned out with, you know, getting crashed under safety car, getting pushed off in general. I think we've then crashed, you know, like Bomo crashed himself once, had to, you know, repair that damage. Yeah, it's been a mess. 31's been pushed off 5 times actually by other cars as well.
Usually I spin during the safety car, so... 15 and 60 going for a battle. All the way back in the field, they're still battling for position. Like 60 has a run on 59, not quite. Definitely that's gonna be something. But the top 10 is still on the lead lap. Kalin are really close up to Yagna. So that's gonna be a tiny battle. Yagna taking a more defense flying there. Now really under pressure of Delgala. So with the onboard view, we're probably gonna see a move by Delgala because he has the slipstream. That's the speed. Takes the so with 2 wheels over the grass. That is very dangerous. Pushes Yagna wide.
Boris does not seem very happy about that because he didn't make contact with him.
I wouldn't be happy with that because he clearly defended the inside. There was no room there, but he actually went off track to overtake him. So I wouldn't be happy with that. But Krishner's still in second place, which is quite surprising since in the first 2 hours the car just was too slow. Everyone was catching up to him, but just because of that last sector. And there's again a green flag. Okay, so we're going back to the commercial here. Ray!
So yeah, just a little bit of a thank you to our boys at NRT. They've been helping our league out for this past year or so, and our other branches. So thank you for providing us with a server over in NASCAR Heat, saving us a lot of money. And they've also opened up some LFS servers. You guys want to try them out? They're pretty good. Check them out. 24/7 live support. And now we're going to go and talk about the point standings before this round and what looks to have changed.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
we get that pulled up, that'd be excellent.
Position 2 till 5, it was within 7 points of each other. Now, what's gonna happen?
So with right now, the standings were very close between positions 2 through positions
5.
Yeah, 5. I don't even think Savage Simsport's even present in the race, the number 25 car. I have not seen them all race. Yeah, they're not present, so they will drop like a rock, which really made no sense because that was quite a good position for them. So I think that they will drop below Dyson Wonderbombs and Last Up Motorsports and Excite Racing. Excite's going to gain probably 3 positions out of this 4 positions. My prediction is that if my snap feature would work, that'd be great. Right now, I believe that Team Vyers number 03 will drop from third position to 4th position. Maybe even 4th position, and Stake Breeding Program will obviously move forward a position.
Yeah,
then Team Vyers 19 should be able to maintain and that's how that'll work out. It looks like if by what we've got going now. So, we'll bring you back to the
Greenfield might
race.
even take the second place.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, because there's still quite a few laps left, but
Quite a few and quite a lot of time.
we'll return you guys to the stream now. But that's our scenario play right there.
So it's actually a pretty close combat for the second place on this championship.
And next race is the 6 hours at Aston 7 reverse. So I mean that's going to be another kind of FXR track, FCR track. So this will play into those guys that have been actually behind in the standings because most of the teams that are up front are XRRs. So it'll be another interesting round, and we'll see if people can reel each other in because 6 hours is a long race. Anything can happen in that. Obviously there's gonna be a lot of cars lapped down, but also it could be a huge opportunity for some of the lower end teams because of the fact that it's a double points round. So if you make a good finish, you're gonna jump right up there in the points.
Yeah, and definitely with a 6-hour race, speed isn't everything. If you're consistent enough, might be a little bit slower, but if the one in front of you makes a mistake, you can gain that position. And if you stay the constant wall race and other people are making mistakes, you can gain a lot of position. Definitely with the double points indeed, there will be making difference. So 40 minutes left in this race. It's still, yeah, they had a drive-through even, and still they are up in first. 43 Vortex.eu car. They're gonna extend the lead of the championships just more and more. I don't think they are going into the last Austin 6 hours race with much worries. They just have to finish the race and they're actually already champions, but let's not talk too much about it because they still can make a mistake.
Yeah, all they got to do is start that race really, and they'll pretty much grab it. I don't think there's much of a chance of them losing enough points. Sure, if things happen, they could, if like the second place car wins and they get dead last, then sure something can happen with the points difference. Very, it could be close. But that being said, I don't think there's much of a chance anybody's going to catch them. That battle from second to fourth or fifth or whatever we mentioned is going to be a close one. Savage missing this round, that's like free if you really think about it, this is kind of like a free points round. If you just come here and show up, you get a decent amount of points. You won't lose too many, so you basically drop the ball, and they're going to have to make up a lot of spots.
41. They are up close to each other, but I think again 29 still has the speed on the last sector, which 41 just can't keep up. For the power of the FXR here. Oh, it looks like Krishna has overheated his front tires. Look at that.
Yeah, he's only driven one stint, and Cali drove the other one, so maybe he's just not used to the setup yet, or maybe he's just pushing it really hard, knowing that they could push all they want because of the fact that Cali did such a nice job saving those tires to get an extra 10 minutes. So right now, you're definitely going to be seeing Kisty drive drive everything he's got out of that thing. I don't think he's going to back down. As you see here, he's nice job blocking the slipstream maneuver there. So it's doing decent.
Oh, if he is not going to get down.
Safety car scramble.
Huge. And we might have a safety car here.
Yeah.
Might, because there's two cars with that had to be called.
Deployed.
Basically what happened is Latev spun, collected 31, and 31 blew a damper, and they were both scattered on the track. So, and that was a blind turn. You have to call that. So I think that was the right call.
That comes off the 31 is just magnificent. It's
a shame.
Really,
I think Dowda was also involved. No, he was not involved. It was a separate incident.
Because that would be really bad if you had two of the same team involved in an accident. 31 goes all the way wide.
Yeah, he's got to repair damage. I have a feeling that's cost him a lot of time. And they were ninth in the overall standing, so they're going to drop quite a few spots because it's not a good result for them, considering they were up in about ninth at one point in this race. What a shame.
This closed up the whole field, but the 60 cars in between.
Now, if they're quick enough out of the pits here and they don't take tires, they can get out there and not lose a lap. That would be ideal for them. They've already lost one because of the incident. Now the 03 just slammed into the 24. I'm receiving word, or vice versa.
The official ruling for the
that.
caution flag was a block track of 2 cars going side by side across the track. So we want to call the caution so that way no one else will get collected into it. One car also appeared to have been flipping over.
User left your channel.
So there was Matt Kingsbury.
Race director for the night. I just selected the wrong pace car. Excuse me.
The pace car is drifting. Oh.
That's going to be a little hard to get a good camera view.
Yeah.
It looks like Jusela didn't go a lap down, so he's got his car repaired, and he'll be able to keep some heat into those tires at least.
That's the first thing you want. You don't want to get a lap down, because from there you will not be able to move back up to the front anymore.
Admin note, safety car in at the end of this lap is Latev into the pits. We'll be able to overtake him, it looks like. Now Jusela, that's a hard break for him because he was striking distance about 4 other cars, and now he's only going to be able to settle for 16th because everybody else has lapped him because of that wreck. But at least he didn't lose 2 laps, so that would have been very bad. Safety car will be in this time by single file, probably the final restart of the race with a half hour remaining.
Also, I'm rather drifting there from the pace car.
And I'm not really sure why we're stacking up here. The 24 seems to have messed up something.
Ooh. Yeah. But that puts the 29 behind Koskinen. Which means there can be a battle for this lead. Wait. Is that someone upside down?
Yeah, Shamdalda has flipped over, unfortunately.
Wait, how can you flip over there?
I'm assuming somebody went full retard.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a big stack up and nobody braked. Yeah, so we'll probably.
Someone spun there in the beginning, so I think he hit someone and just wrong angle and just flipped his car. Maybe a tiny bit of lag involved, but that's really a shame. Definitely on a safety car lap, it's not something you want. But this puts Krishner right behind Koskinen.
And Daldo was doing quite well, actually, considering they had just overcome huge diversity, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's unfortunate for Dalda. Lap 106 there. Huge ways into the race.
But about the game sound being off, it was not that much liver speed anymore. So we're probably going green next lap, as everything is cleaned up, and yeah, restart is next time by. Oh, and Yagna span out. So that puts him in that last place.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Looks like his screen. I didn't see contact on there. It doesn't look like he was tire warming. Yeah, he doesn't lose any spots. He's already in last. Oh, 47 just spun as well.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Right in front of the camera.
That reminds me, I gotta change who we're watching here because we're not watching anybody.
Yeah. So they're going green this time by. It's Kisner behind Kaskinen. Ooh, Kisner lagging a little bit.
And car contact between the 15 and the 31, I have no idea what happened there.
Oh, 43 had a jump start. So that means he has a drive-through penalty. This means 29 is virtually first right now.
That's a pretty dumb way to give up the lead. I'm not sure what was going on there. He really did jump the start, it looked like, too.
This actually...
There are no...
oh, Telkala is going
oh crap,
off
a huge
track.
crash.
Huge crash? In the back, indeed. And it's going a three-way battle between Peace, Taskinen, and Telkala tries the outside. And... no, he keeps it there. He keeps it there. And he has to back off right now, but he managed to keep up there a long time. And Marius trying to get permission to talk, and gonna be new.
Yeah, it looks like somebody wrecked him off, I don't know.
They tracked him off.
Yeah, he took the wrong
route.
route, so it looks like somebody crashed right into him.
Oh, Koskin is asking out for permission. That's probably gonna be no as well. Oh,
That is a golden answer. I mean, there's no restart line, but it does say to wait until the green flag flies.
yeah, it definitely says that in the rule book. But so he has to drive like a I don't know what, but he has to drive faster than before. Then maybe he might be able to get it back up to the front again. But he has to do his drive-through within 3 laps.
43 received drive-through for jump start because he went before the safety car message was in pit lane. He went before safety car was in pit lane.
Well,
As stated in the directions, he
explanation.
should have waited.
So Koskin has to drive very hard. But meanwhile, Peace is behind Krishner. Just a little less than half an hour to go. Krishner makes a tiny mistake. This means that Peace is right on his tail and can get his slipstream out of the main straight. Also behind there is a battle going on. And Krishner has the outside. Peace has the inside for some reason. And 030 gets a bump from 29 and they make contact. It's the
They're still making
49.
contact. Holy crap!
Yeah, it's going very tough. But also Chrysler loses all his speed, which means there is someone trying to gain his laps back, number 60 Telkala. Oh, with just 25 minutes remaining, there's a lot of action going on right now on the track, and Telkala is sending his way up to the front? Or he's blocking? Yeah, he is holding up the 01 of Tanskinen, which means the 41 is right behind them, and actually is making a move around the outside, and that just managed to end it as inside the next turn. Tiny bit of contact, I think, but no, they just didn't manage, and I don't know what the 60 is doing there. They are dead lost, and they are holding up the field. All behind Tanskanen and the 41 of Jogadits. Tanskanen has the inside, this has to be his turn. Braking late and has to turn. So a lot of action going on. While behind it's still number 6 who is trying to fight his way back to the front from a lap down. It's a very bad day for the 60 as he dive bombs into the 29. That's a very dangerous move up to 60. He is a lap down, actually 2 laps I think.
Yeah, he's actually 3 laps down.
3 laps,
He's got no one to race. I don't know what he's doing.
He's just screwing up the field over there. And answer to the chat, yes, I am Dutch. Ray is American. And we've got a Scottish, I don't know. Or is he
So Jonas Koskinen has served his drive-through penalty, and he will come out at
we're better
6th
with
position,
41.
with actually 5th position it seems like, if well, we'll see.
That they're going to a
Contact.
game. What
41
nuts.
gave it up, the 40 gave it up, or 41, I can't tell, one of them.
41
It was
gave
43,
up.
43 got through.
Yeah, and then on the outside, which is actually pretty unbelievable scary. But now the 43 has to fight his way back up to the front, otherwise James Peace is going away with his win actually. But he screwed up for himself, so...
Yeah, and James made a really nice job recovering after all those drive-through penalties.
Yeah. Our person has the 01 right behind him. It doesn't look like his car is going just as fast as the beginning. Might have been because of the safety car, I don't know. James Peace actually has a big advantage over the 29 there. And Tanskan and Koskinen are going into the battle. And Koskinen comes from very far, and they just leave him pass actually. That was pretty weird. But Tuskin is still stuck behind Krishna. Tuskin is now right behind them. So they continue with just 20 minutes remaining in this race. It's Kaskinen with Kaskinen right
Koskinen's
behind
got
them.
a nice run here, but I don't know if he's going to do it.
Oh,
Yeah, he's going to go to the outside. Kistner
Kistner
blocked it. That's going to be
outside both drivers.
That's going to
No
be Koskinen
way.
passing both. Unless Kistner can hold this inside line here, but he tags the. What a move by
Oh,
Koskinen
no.
to take those positions right there.
That was a brilliant move. And behind them it's Tuskanen who is saying
That
hello
was
to the 01.
absolute powerhouse move right there. That's how you win the championship right there with moves like that. And
Definitely.
you can see he's out of there. He's checked out. Bye-bye. Now,
He
wow, there's
really shows he's not only fast, but he's also a great battler in close combats. And also Tuskanen is staying outside of the 01. I don't think that's gonna work well. Yes, it is actually.
the 07
And
just plowed the
not the
40. 41 rather.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. So. Tuskanen Stern is it right now to overtake the 29 of Krishner, which actually drove a very good race with battling, but there's contact! And the 01 now trying to make a move and has to run on the 08.
Yeah, he's gonna get him here, I think. He made contact, so
Yeah,
he's gonna have to
he
redo
made
the
some,
slipstream.
so-
He's gonna have a run, but not a big one. It looks like Taskinen's gonna be able to hold it there, or Tanskinen rather. And let's see, if we can get him on this next corner here.
Well,
Asking
usually
him.
the overtake isn't made here, but actually on the main
Yeah, but
straight.
I'm thinking that. Yeah, see, Tanskinen's overshooting these corners just a little bit. He's having a great run, mind you. This is probably the best run I've seen from these two drivers, Tanskinen and Terho. They've really improved in this during this season, as you can see.
01
Yeah,
takes
there's-
the outside.
Smart move by
Oh.
Tanskinen to guard that inside line. You know, it's hard to make it over outside pass here if he can hug the outs. Yeah, see, he really guarded that apex well. Otherwise, I think Tanskinen could have taken it.
Also, the 19 is on the 8th position right now. Marvel is close behind them. Also, Fontana is getting lapped again. And right now, Krishna has a bit of a gap to Tanskanen. Tanskanen is closing in.
You look at Koskinen, wow, he is on fire. He is run down that entire pack there, really, and gotten back up to second. And he's working on his way getting towards Peace. Pace-wise, he is, I'll tell you right now, he is, where's Peace, 71. Only a tenth faster in the first sector, but after that, it starts to open up a little bit more.
And the first sector isn't the sector where you win the most time. It's actually a pretty short one with only one real turn where you have to brake for, so...
Yeah, so I mean, you just see the FCR is a lot faster here. And we'll let you know what his time there. Their times are going by the second split here, and actually James Peace at a 49.2.
Oh, also,
Koskinen ran wide, so he still got an identical time. So even with a mistake, Koskinen matching Peace. And yeah, Peace was faster than Koskin, like significant amount that lap due to the mistakes made in the last 2 sectors. So it looks like Peace might actually be safe with the gap he's opened.
Well, Koskin, he can end up first, but he already has enough with the 2nd place. He will already extend his lead with because he has a very big lead already, so he has the room to make these kind of mistakes. People like Peace do not, and he is really coming back.
Morvai has caught up to his teammate Mackie some whatever his fucking name is.
Mackie Hoimela.
But we're watching that right now, and you know he's a little faster. He's got the FCR. They're for 8th and 9th. These 2 teammates, and you can just see on the braking how the XRR uses more on the curb than the FCR on the entries, but on the apex it really can't touch it because of the fact that it's got a little bit longer wheelbase and pretty much toss it. That FCR is able to much more agilely get around this track due to the fact that it's rear engine.
Definitely, makes a huge difference.
Yeah, when you get that light front end, you're really able to toss this car around. You'll notice that this car actually uses a complete different aero package. It uses more rear wing than front wing versus the XRR, which is using more front wing than rear wing.
Also, the FCR does not have any turbo, unlike the XRR. So the turbo actually works kind of like a traction control for you. Not like you hit the gas pedal, you will have oversteer or something, which FCR has.
He's getting closer now. We're gonna need to change this up a bit, so go and check out the battle between the 01 and the 41.
I think the 07 just got a tire to his face. Had a bit of a moment there. And there now is a tiny gap between the 41 and 01, but under braking he is going very close already. So in front is Christian and Danskan still fighting each other. Down on this last sector, he just can't get into his draft.
No, lap down car is in front of Morvai and Mackie Homaila right here. See if that makes any effect, or if Homaila is able to get by quickly, or if Morvai will be able to catch up and give his teammate a challenge here. Check back in a little bit because it seems like they're not having too many issues. Usul is off in the last corner with a absolutely demolished race car. He's got quite a bit of damage. You only really got to worry about Tekala. Oh, he's got a puncture, that's what happened.
The other one with a puncture into the back. I don't know, but maybe he is gonna stay in front of Tarkala, number 60.
Yeah, he didn't repair damage, so it looks like he kind of plans on trying to get out of here quickly. I need to work fast if that's the case. Oh, he went in the reverse by accident. Gotta go quickly if he wants to be able to make
60
it.
onto the straight. He's going over start finish right now, and it's gonna be a close one, and it's the time.
Yeah, and with that damage, I don't think Juice was gonna be able to do much about it. It's a shame.
Yeah, definitely. It could have been a lot more.
Now there's a battle between Lago and Oska.
Actually, Koskinen is losing time on Peace right now. And 59 got kicked again.
Yeah, shouldn't be idling on the server.
And we have to watch the 07. Because he is literally moving up like a cannon.
A 47 down pit lane now. This might allow Juicelo a chance to get a couple spots here. Or a spot. I don't know how close it
A
is.
spot. Oh, but the 07 is really going like cannon right now. Already
see
up on
29
the
just
back
passed
of
him.
the 41. That's a pretty fast. So there's a bit of.
So we're watching Taskin in here. You know, he's got Jagodas behind him. But, yeah, not really much of a challenge right now. You know, they're pretty much walking away with it. But if we look up to Kistner and Tanskinen, a little bit more interesting. See, there is some sort of competition here as Kistner loses a lot of speed in the straights. Tanskinen is able to catch up, but really Kistner is pretty much out in front. And, you know, obviously Koskinen and then Peace in front of him.
Even though the 07 has a lot of damage, he's still driving a very decent pace.
The 08 stuck their nose in there, but it got shut down almost immediately by Kistner, whose all-wheel drive was able to really cut that line out. And, you know, really aggressive racing here. Tanskinen almost able to make it stick, but, you know, unable to. As 41 and the 01 are getting a little closer together, but not really anything to watch right now.
Oh, contact! It's
Yeah, there was
onto
contact.
The glass. He's coming back with a little
Now this is
more
going to be an
contact.
interesting race. As the 41 and the 01
Oh,
are
and
right
the
on him.
01 is coming through the outside, which means the 08 will lose position with that. Also, 41 is wanting to have that position, but I don't think he's gonna stick it underneath here.
Well,
So.
I don't blame the 08. They really want that podium, you know, that would have been
And
awesome for
Contio
them.
is going off into the wall.
Yeah, it looks like Conti. I'm not really sure what happened there. He's having a good race.
He
Extreme,
was
maybe?
having a good race.
As you just
Because
put,
now his damage is just unbearable.
and Juicelo just got crashed again.
But 08 under pressure of 41 right now. And 31 gets a meatball flag, so he has to go into the pits and repair his damage. And the 41 has the outside, doesn't quite get it there, so better try next time.
Poor Tuomo really put in a lot of effort for this track and race and series in general, and just nothing but
Definitely, I know
nothing
how
but
hard
getting
it was.
crashed today. Nothing but getting crashed.
Yeah, he
We're
was
watching
very
a
well for
battle
all his races.
between the 08 and the 40 here, or 41 rather, which is pretty interesting.
Definitely,
But as you
41
see-
had his nose underneath him once.
Kaskinen's catching up to the 29 there. This group of four is really doing a great job here and got some entertainment.
Wisner is still on the podium right now. There are about 5.5 minutes remaining. Can he keep it there, or is it someone else who is gonna take it away from him?
Who knows? We might have a caution flag knowing how this is going so far. And we've got a race between the 19 and the 07 right now.
At 19, he had a good race, but until the moment he got his drive-through, he fell back. He's trying to come back right now, while Cantios is struggling with his damage. Really trying to slide his car a bit through the turn. He's trying some stuff. Also, 33 is right behind those two, so if they make a mistake, cross each other off, the 33 will get that spot. So here's the battle for 7th position, and 07 a little bit of weaving around, but on the outside it's 19, he keeps it there. Also 33 right now, pointing it on the inside.
Whoa, we got a car spun off the bridge.
And they're gonna...
Nope, no yellow. I just doing an alert bind.
Okay. Santia under pressure of the 33. There's about 3.5 minutes remaining right now. And obviously you're not gonna pit them for your damage, but that damage is not something you want.
And our admin is timing out again, look at that.
Wow.
I don't understand why.
And 33 goes off! Just misses the wall there. Great.
Oh, we're watching the 08 and the battle in front of him is,
Yeah.
just kind of steady. Then it's a huge gap between these cars considering they're all in a train here. I'm surprised there hasn't been any action lately. Kistner's pretty much able to equalize. If they catch up to him, I imagine they're gonna have something to say. As you see, the 08 and the 01 are getting close together.
Oh 09 now really close to the 01. Tanskanen really has to defend his position from Tanskanen. And the camera just...
I believe the camera app is frozen.
Yeah.
I do not have any response right now. I'm gonna restart this thing. And that is a fatal flaw. And it's back, I think. Is it?
Yes, it is.
I'm still not getting any feedback from the thing. Let me reboot my app, alright? Okay, so we'll try again here. Hopefully it works. Just a minute of racing left. I am not getting anything. Just getting a track map, so let's close down this in-sim and let's just watch some of the battles with the actual in-car, in-cam views, okay?
Yeah, sure. Close it up.
So, sorry for the inconvenience, folks, but, our coverage will carry on. Let's watch that 4-car battle. 41, 01, the 08, and the 29. Really starting with the 08 there. That's where the action begins. Remco, just escape from the Shift U mode and then go to regular TV view.
Yeah, I'm on regular TV right now. So
Let's
they're
watch
going into the final lap right now. It looks like the 8 might have a run over here, but I don't think so.
They will not be allowing any more pits. I hope you don't want to pit in the last lap. The 08 might have a run here. I mean, the 01 rather might have a run here, but it does not look like it. The 33 and the 07 making some car contact. The 33 inside the 07 right now. 07 defends on the outside line.
If it stays
33
like
unable
this,
to make anything. It looks like the 33's got a puncture. Yeah, 33's got a puncture. He worked the inside line, locked. It looks like he locked the rear tire up actually. But yeah, he's punctured, so he's got to hope that that big breeding program car doesn't catch up, otherwise loses another spot.
Daskin finished second behind James Peace with Tautala in 3 laps down. Krishner is in third and has the last podium spot with Tanskinen and Tanskanen behind him.
The 33 will lose a spot, but what a finish, what a race. That was rather interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
According to my brother, every time the treadmill goes on upstairs, his internet goes out. That's an interesting problem.
Yes, yeah, definitely. You didn't have any issues.
So, in first place, it'll be James Peace. This is all unofficial, of course. James Peace, then Koskinen, Kistner, Taskinen, Engsten, Yegadis, Makihomila, Kantio, Hotska, Morvai, Fontana, Lago, Sakalas, Zlatav, Lindholm, Tekla, and Jusula.
Oh.
Thank you for joining us here on Revolutionary Racing for the GT3 Touring Car Cup. See you next week, hopefully. We have a stream, or next month, I guess I should say, because that's, I believe, how far away the race is. So thank you everyone for coming. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, the 30 of you that are left. And your comments, etc., are welcome after the race if you see any room for improvement.
Sound muted.